All right, you are still watching Ways. We celebrate International Chess Day on July 20th, a day that was born from an idea the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that's UNESCO, had. Chess lovers around the world celebrate their favorite game on this day each year in a tradition in a tradition spanning more than 50 years. Chess popularity can be attributed to the fact that it was associated with wealth, knowledge, and power. It evolved to resemble the current version of chess in England by the 15th century. The game as we know it was soon established by the Englishman, adopting the black and white squares we know so well. Modern history shows many events and competitions in relation to chess and exciting new variations of the game, which added to chess popularity. Further advancements soon made this game what it is today. Reliable timing mechanism came around, rules of play were put into effect, and charismatic world players burst onto the scene. Now, the General Assembly proclaimed July 20th as International Chess Day to mark the date of establishment of International Chess Federation. So millions of chess players around the world celebrate this day and this game. So, are you a chess lover?
Oh, it seems like this season is the season of board games, isn't it? The
Absolutely.
other day we celebrated the World Scrabble Day, and now we have
games,
chess.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
do have, in fact, in my kids' room there is a board just always set up there. Hopefully that somebody will pass and just move one of the figures there. But it's a mind game. That's the interesting thing about it. It helps you to think, it helps you to be critical, it helps you to be strategic in your and I love. That's why I also miss our OSFI games, board games, celebrating
we're
board
going to come back with a bang by the grace of God.
Internationally. Well,
yes,
you see, I'm talking already into the future.
Yeah.
Internationally. Yes, but chess is a good game too.
It is. And actually for those that do not understand, we organize chess games, Scrabble, IO games every year where we gather about 3,000 children, from across everywhere, and they come to play. That competition is the biggest board games that is out of, West Africa. Might even add, I might brag around Africa, because we did a fantastic job doing that. But the challenge is that all you sponsors, you'll be looking for ROI. This is a game that involves children. So when
it's going to build over time.
Absolutely. So when I gather my money, because I got tired of asking sponsors, to sponsor the event, because it seemed like it doesn't have the traction and all of that. Yeah. So, but you know what? We'll give it a rest when we are able to financially back it up, because we cannot drop the standard.
Up.
Yeah. So
we started with a very high standard,
so we have to maintain that tempo, but we'll bring it back. All right, so Norma, what did you find for us in the news?
Yeah, I have some bit of good news. It's a follow-up story from Monday, where we had information that our dear Vice President, Professor Osinbajo, underwent a surgery. So this is a follow-up to that story. It says doctors revealed that Osinbajo recovering on crutches. The Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, is now receiving physiotherapy and mobilizing quite well on crutches. Doctors overseeing his condition at the Duchess International Hospital, Ikeja, Lagos, have revealed this today. This is according to the medical statement that Dr. Adedoyin Dosunmu Gumbi said, and he said that the Vice President is continues to make progress at the Duchess International Hospital, following a successful operation to repair fracture of his right femur, that's the thigh bone, and this was done on Saturday. He's now receiving physiotherapy and mobilizing quite well on crutches. And the aim of this treatment was to reduce weight bearing on his right leg while promoting healing and rehabilitation towards his usual active state. This injury we hear was as a result of his playing a squash, right? So he's undergoing some therapy and he's making progress with his treatment. We're really happy for him at this point, because to get to the point where you can't use your legs at this age is not even something that is welcome. So it's a bit of a relief that he's going to make it through, and he's going to gradually heal the injury on his leg. So I'm really relieved at that.
Yeah, you know, I had taken the story on Monday, and I must commend the Vice President again, because it's not something that I mean, if it was the other way around, that he went abroad for this surgery, the whole of Nigeria would be on fire.
Absolutely.
We'll be talking. We are so quick to actually promote negative news than for us to promote positive news, right? This gives me hope that we still have people that believe in this country. You understand? Because
we still have good surgeons.
Even when you go abroad, normal is not for lack of good surgeons that people leave the country. Is the lack of faith in the system. Right? So even when you go abroad, who do you meet as doctors abroad that treat you?
They're Nigerians.
They're Nigerians. So that's why I'm saying that. So for me, when I took the story on Monday, I took it because I was particularly
excited that he used the facilities right here.
And I must commend and celebrate him for that. Right? It takes a lot, especially when you've gotten to that level of affluence and that level of power and all of that. You know, you would struggle.
True.
You know, you would struggle.
The temptation will really be high because you're not sure.
You can literally go like this and they airlift you straight to where you need to do that surgery. But you chose that, you know what, I believe in this system, I believe in these doctors.
I think that's exemplary of him.
That's what we're saying. And that was what I was saying, that, you see, those are the kinds of example of leadership that we should look forward to going forward. And that was why I said, I mean, on Monday, that I wish the APC had seen, you know, some reason to just hand him over the, what's it called?
The flag.
To be the flag bearer. Because these are the kinds of leaders. So if we had had him and a Peter Obi as running mate, it would have been
a
beautiful, what's it called, presidential election to actually witness in history, right? Not the same old transactions where you see that somebody is ill, the next thing is abroad. Even for the ones that built hospitals, I mean, I remember Akpabio building a fantastic world-class hospital, and you know, not for one day did he go there to even cure a headache, right? So I mean, these are the kinds of leaders that we want to start to see in our country. So we must continue to celebrate him, and and talk about it more.
It was quite commendable, actually. I really appreciate the fact, and that we had doctors that were hands-on to be able to carry out the surgery here. So it's a good one.
So my story is actually a bit tied to what we are talking about today, because I think I've asked this question several times about, right, where do we draw the line when it comes to social media engagements, right? This popular actress, Etinosa, she called out the comedian and celebrity Warri Pikin, because I had seen that video where Warri Pikin did where she went to pay the condolence visit, you know, a condolence visit, filming the whole process and all of that, and how she, of course, went to pay her homage and all of that. And, you know, what Etinosa said, and I think it resonates with me, and this is not trying to attack anybody, right? Most times when I see celebrities, I just wonder, right, where do you draw the line when it comes to content and clout chasing, you understand, and actually just being present for the people. I mean, my children know now, any little thing, I have to take permission. I can't just carry my phone and say I want to do video. I have to say, please, can I do video? Because now it's almost like, Mommy, must you put everything on social media? I am also even learning, right, to say, you know what, there are some things that we just keep it to ourselves. We don't need to let the people know. But I think with the, with the advent of social media, even you at some point, you stop giving yourself the permission to live a private life. You start to just, you know what, everything that I need to do, everybody must know about it. So, I mean, Etinosa had called out, she said, I feel we can drop all our phones and cameras and really do the condolence visit we came for. Imagine me seeing someone recording himself or herself coming to my father's house for condolence. I would have destroyed that camera. Let's all be emotionally sensitive, emotionally involved, and emotionally genuine. Not everything is content. Well, I guess we all grieve differently. I mean, she now put a caveat there. She now says, if you're really touched, if it is not just a publicity sighting for you, you will not have mind to tell your PA, hold the camera as I'm walking in, record everybody as she's crying, record her, then you sat down, edited, even put a soundtrack. No, it's offensive. Clout is good for business, but this one is not nice. And you know, I would really love for real Warri Pikin to come out, to somewhat apologize, because you see, there's really no explanation for this, right? You can't help but see. I have posted videos before, right? I remember the passing of RDD. I was in tears and like cried. I just wanted to like put it out there. But then again, I now thought back again that won't people look at it that this person is just trying to overdo, and all of that. We do all of these things. We're all guilty. But I'm saying that now, in retrospect, I am looking at better options when it comes to issues around, maybe grief or something. Maybe you can do things that maybe celebration and all of that. I just don't know. Maybe there should be some level of drawing the line when it comes to things like this. But I don't know. What are your thoughts quickly?
Well, for me, it is about consideration. And I can't overemphasize how considerate we as human beings should learn to be. In this kind of situation, I agree with the
Etinosa.
Yes, with Etinosa, because this is a private affair, and who knows the person that is directly involved, how they feel. I mean, they have not even been allowed to process what has happened, and then there's just this onslaught of even people coming to pay their condolence or say they're sorry, and then out there again on social media, a private engagement is still put out. So it's a lot of, I think for individuals, it's probably different. So maybe for real Warri Pikin, it's not a big deal. But like I always would tell people, you need to learn to put yourself in the position of others. That way it will influence your behavior and how you react to or respond to situations. In this situation, I personally would have put it out or pulled it down. More like by the time I hear this or I get this feedback, because feedback helps us to improve. There's some things that we do and it's totally a mistake because you didn't even think of it in the direction that, and then when you now realize that, oh, this thing, however genuine it is for me to act this way, is not being considered or is not seen to be considerate of other people. Well, then I would do something about it. It's not that you're putting down anybody. It's just that every day we're learning.
Absolutely. Let's take a break, because I'd like to also hear what our guests would have to say about this. When we come back from the break, we would continue this conversation and, of course, discuss, managing depression. Stay with us.